Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. Yeah, you know.
Hey!
Oh, baby.
Oh!
Hey, baby.
Let's go!
2, 4.
This is episode 24. You know what we do here. You know why you tuned in. You know why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you made it. We represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show.
The Daps and Pounds show. Bada bing, bada boom.
Step
Guess
up
who
into
entered the room?
Yeah.
The Daps and Pounds show.
Yeah.
We are here. And we want to say thank you guys so much for listening. If you are new to this podcast, we're going to be giving you a little bit of our life, what's good going on in the week. We're going to give you some of that new music that drops on Friday. We're going to be talking about little things that we see in the media here and there. And we're going to give you a little top five.
As
and always, we're going to end with 101 conversation for starters for couples. If you guys enjoy the show, rate us on iTunes, rate us on Stitcher. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, hit that like button, comment. You guys know the drill. That just shows the appreciation to us and just kind of helps with our brand and what we're trying to do. So if you guys like us and you want more, you can follow us at Twitter and Instagram at Daps_pounds, okay? And we're going to, I think we talked a little bit, we're going to try to get even more in tune with that because, especially with Twitter and stuff, like getting questions and feedback from you guys, because eventually what we want to do is have a part of our show where we answer your questions every week. And that's what we want to get to. So if you guys ask questions on YouTube, ask questions on Twitter, even just commenting on one of our Instagram posts, we're going to be looking for that, all right? Because we got a question this week that we're going to be answering. So always think, because we're just two people. If we miss something, we want to know, okay? Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Right? Guys, we're just going to jump into this?
Yeah, we're just going to jump into this. Guys, it's time for our good, bad. This is the part of the show where we tell you what's going on with us. So, you want to start us off? Good, bad. What you got?
I was in Florida.
Hey!
Not getting tanner, but
That's
I was
okay.
in the weather.
That's okay.
Good time down there. The trip was a little long, but that's okay. We stopped in Nashville. We drove, so we did the 7 hours and then 7 hours. But it was a good time. Ate great food. So there's like this little place that opened up. They haven't even been there a year yet. That was part of like our condo stay. And their food was so good, dude. And like I had a New England lobster roll. I got it 3 times while I was there. It was $9, but the bread was like so fresh. Like the sandwich was just so good. I ate as much seafood as I possibly could because seafood in Florida near the Gulf, like wherever if you're near an ocean, your seafood is 100 times better.
So good.
And so like I was all about that shrimp, that scallop, that fish, that lobster. I was eating good. Had a little bit of shopping, got this shirt.
There you go.
You know what? I was like, there's sometimes there's shirts where I look at them and I go, I'm rocking that shirt. And I don't really have a pink shirt, and pineapples are actually my favorite fruit, believe it or not. And so this pineapple craze is actually kind of, I'm like,
popping off right now?
It's popping off right now, but I've been supporting it since day one.
You were a day one pineapple stand.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, this shirt's sick. It says Riot Society on the left on the sleeve here. Okay. But when I originally went in the store, only a large and an extra large. Oof. Came back the next day because her little sister wanted to go shopping. We were looking through it. I showed Mary this shirt. I said, this is the shirt I would have gotten immediately. She's like, yeah, that shirt is cool. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to ask somebody about it. Mm-hmm. So then I asked her, I said, what's the odds of you having a shirt in the back? I knew, slim to none. But she's like, yeah, probably not. And then I looked. This was the display, like, in the top of the ceiling. And I was like, hold up. Can you pull that shirt down to see what size it is? And she's like, what are you looking for? I said, a medium. We pulled it down. Medium.
There you go.
Winter chicken dinner. Got some shoes. So I got a pair of all-white Roshis I'm wearing right now.
There you go.
They're actually, I'm going to say it out loud. I don't care. But they're women's shoes, ladies and gentlemen. I have bought women's. You know what? Should I just take these off real quick for the listeners?
He's taking off his
show
shoe right now.
Look them up if you're on the podcast. Roshi 2 triple whites. Okay, so these are it. The Roshi 2s. They were at the Nike outlet, $50, right? Originally about $100. So I was like, that's a good deal. So I went in the men's section. I needed a new pair of all whites, okay, because my other ones are just dirty, and they weren't there. And I was looking for Mary, and sure enough, the Roshi 2s women are sitting right there, $50, but they're the all whites. They look the exact same from men's to women's. There's absolutely no difference. And so I said, you know what? Screw this. And I tried on a pair of 11s. Sure enough, they fit me perfectly. And so I got a pair of all whites, and I'm proud of it. I don't care. And then I showed you already, but guys, I went to Ross in like this town in the middle of nowhere, I felt like, in Illinois. We went to stop to get food, and there was just a Ross right there. So I was like, this is the kind of town where you might find something. Because no one's going in there looking for these kind of sneakers.
Good thrift.
Sure enough, found a pair of the new KDs, the blue colorway, blue and black, for $60. They're like $150 to $130 brand new. Still, like.
There you go.
The come up.
It's all about the come up.
Dude, the come up is real.
It's all about those hashtag Ross
So
vibes.
that was fun. Been playing Xbox now too with some peeps. That's been fun.
Yeah, how's your Xbox?
Dude, I mean, I went on vacation, so I didn't play it much. However, I was playing last night with people, and I just didn't realize how many people I knew well that have Xbox. So it's been fun, actually. Because on PlayStation, there was like a handful of people that I knew in real life, but they didn't play much, or like they weren't really on much. Their games weren't the same. So it's been good. That's been nice. And shoot. I mean, bad dude is just going back to work. Like, you know how it goes.
After a long vacation,
you just
going back
love,
to work,
yeah, and then you just love those, just like relaxing and stuff.
Yeah.
Side note, so I got this stuff called G Fuel. Did you see me drinking that this morning? So it's
no, but isn't that what gamers are drinking right now?
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Like, so I watched a Twitch streamer named Dr. Disrespect. Did I show you him? He's like a character.
I think I saw.
Yeah, I probably did. No, yeah, you came in and I was watching him. Well, he's sponsored by them, and he had a deal for like 30% off, and you get like this one of the free shakers. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this, because if I can do something like that rather than drink Monster Energies all the time, or like a Red Bull, you know, something that's, you know, I don't know, maybe it's not healthier. I assume it is. So I tried some. What was it? So we got back from the trip on Friday night, Friday 6 o'clock. Had some of that stuff at around 8. Dude, I didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock. That stuff had me wired. Yes.
So it works.
Yes, it works. So I took it this morning because it's a good like little booster in the morning. So
the thought process behind it is to like when like gamers are doing tournaments and stuff, probably like to keep them.
Yeah.
Well,
and to sometimes gamers, like pro gamers, they play for hours upon hours practicing, you know, it's not necessarily just for fun. And then for like late night gaming, like think about it. Like it's been like that traditional gamers eat Doritos and Mountain Dew, like, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's to kind of like change it up a little bit. Honestly, I think it's just a great marketing strategy. I'm sure it's not really that like unique in like the blend to specialize in something. Their whole thing though is there's no crash from it.
Okay.
So which sodas and stuff can give you a crash. So, but apparently it's supposed to make you more alert, focused. That's what they're presenting. I don't know. It might. I don't even think it's FDA approved. I don't know. So it's like whatever.
So if you're a hamster next week, we know why.
You guys know. So that's all I got, man. What about you? How was your week?
Oh man, week was.
I'm gonna put these shoes
busy.
back on. Because it feels weird.
Yeah, put your shoes back on so you can feel complete and whole. You have both shoes on. My week was pretty good, man. I can't really complain about too much. I guess my bad about this week would be my dad. He's having back spasms, and I just had my back issue like 3-4 months ago.
It's not good.
So it's one of those things where, you know, when your parents start feeling mortal to you, and you're just like, man, they're hurt. Like, this is weird.
Life, man.
Yeah, so my dad's back spasms and like helping him around the house and stuff like that has been a bad, I guess, for him and me, because I don't like to see him down like that. But it's a good because that means that I was able to like spend more time with him. I got a chance to watch. He had never seen the Creed movie. So I got a chance to watch Creed with him. They just said Creed 2 is definitely going to happen. Nice. So that's dope. So I had some father time bonding with him the other day while his back was like messed up and everything like that. Good would just be life right now. I think I've said that before, but you know, I can't really complain about anything. Good. Everything's very chill right now. Everything is pretty low key right now. I like it. Things are well. Things are
good. Before we go any further though, like I didn't get to see it, but how did you like Spider-Man? Because that's a big topic of.
So Spider-Man came out last week, and I went to go see it, and I will say that it is a great film. But here's what I'll also say: for the folks that are saying that this is this could possibly be the best movie that the MCU has ever produced, I don't rock with that. I think it's Winter Soldier. I think Winter Soldier is the second Captain America is the best Marvel movie ever. And then I think everything else kind of falls in line with that. But this was really good. It is very light. It is very high school. And for someone who's older that maybe doesn't have kids and everything like that, it may be hard for people to stay in that light zone like that. My theory is that Marvel and Disney are doing that because they know on the flip side, you'll have Deadpool and these other movies that are pushing that rated R. And so they're trying to introduce a kid element. That's one of the reasons why they got Tom Holland, because he is actually a young guy instead of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, who were like in their late 20s and 30s when they took the role. Right. So this is going to be, I think the Spider-Man franchise is going to be like the kid-friendly thing now. Like they're not going to push any limits whatsoever as far as like past that PG-13 mark. They're going to stay in that young people area. Didn't
I hear though that also they have him and his age because they're thinking people are slowly going to start falling off this Marvel universe actor-wise, and he's going to be the next big role.
I think that's why, because I know that Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, his contract's up.
Iron Man and Captain America.
Their contracts are coming up. I think Don Cheadle, who plays War Machine, his contract's up. I think Mark Ruffalo, his contract's coming up. Scarlett Jo, her contract's coming up. So I think that coming into like the next phases of the MCU, they're going to try to start figuring it out. But with that, Disney had all those cool releases yesterday. I really want to see
what releases.
Like they announced the movies coming out.
Oh, like the Aladdin and stuff? I don't know how to feel about it. Will Smith's Genie.
I think if anyone can do it, it's him. I'm not mad at it whatsoever. But what I heard from a lot of people was that they should have gotten the Broadway actor that does Genie on Broadway for Aladdin. I heard that he's actually amazing as Genie.
That would be smart.
And a lot of people were like, why are you doing that? Of course we know why they're doing that, because he has the name. He's going to bring a bunch of eyes, extra eyes to the Aladdin product. But they released that yesterday, that news. Footage was shown yesterday of Infinity War.
I didn't know that.
It's incredibly hard to find online. You can only see like little tiny snippets, and they're dark and they're loud, and it's not good quality whatsoever. So I want Disney to release that Marvel footage of Infinity War, but apparently almost every character and hero that they've introduced is in this trailer. Is in this movie.
This movie
War.
is going to.
It's gonna be insane.
2018.
They said that Captain America might be bearded. They said that Black Widow, ScarJo, is going to be blonde in the movie. So there's going to be some changes here.
Now, with the Infinity War, they haven't shown how he gets the crystals yet, right?
How?
The Power Stones?
The Infinity Stones?
Stones?
Thanos?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, he has the glove, like the gauntlet. He has that.
Right. But he needs but in the poster he's got all of the Infinity Stones in his gauntlet.
Right, and I think I think that that's where the Guardians of the Galaxy come in. I think that they're going to link that because, you know, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, there's an Infinity Stone in that sphere that they were trying to get to, and Ronan got it, and then there was like drama between them. So I think that's going to be one of them that he gets. And I think that...
yeah, but the movie's going to come out on the 18th. There's not going to be another Guardians, or the year 2018. Yeah. There's not going to be another Guardians before that.
Well, I'm saying, like, in the movie, we'll see it. Like, in the movie, it'll all come together.
That's kind of what I was asking.
In the movie, I think it'll all come together. So, yeah, they had some really cool things yesterday that was playing. I heard that there was a Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement. If you're into that. There's going to be a Toy Story
Everybody
mode
knows who follows Kingdom Hearts, though. It's like, I'll believe it when I see it kind of thing.
Oh, really? So,
yeah.
So there's no.
It's been delayed.
Been talk of this.
It's been
for
delayed
a long time.
forever. Yeah. No, it's a gamers are like, okay, sure, but
this is gonna happen
when it's in my PlayStation, then I'll believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. So they released that Lion King information. That Scar is gonna be Hugh Jackman.
That's a good pick, actually.
That's gonna be interesting.
That's a good pick.
That's gonna be interesting
because he's got, you know. He's a good singer.
Yeah.
Because he does Broadway.
Yep, he's a good singer.
Dude, now I'm thinking about the music and everything. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, man.
Like, I feel like, though, people who... all the Disney favorites, they don't like it as much. Like, Mary's favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast. Didn't really like the live action. Jungle Book, though? I never have met somebody, though, who was like, Jungle Book's my favorite movie. In the Disney movies.
I think
that's what I want.
Did.
But that's what I want to know. If the animated Disney movie was your favorite Disney movie, did the live action movie, was it better for you? Was it just good? Was it worse? And you and I both know how much we love Lion King, and I'm so like...
I guess like yesterday they showed footage of like the Circle of Life and like the lift up, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like they didn't show a lot of anything else.
Dude, I don't know how to feel
if they mess up Lion King, it's gonna be pretty sad. I personally don't think they need to do a live
I just want the
action.
same movie.
Like the same exact everything?
Yes, just in a different style, but they're going to take, you know, their liberty. Like, think about it. There's so many iconic scenes that if they are not in the movie, is it right?
Yeah, I know.
The scene where Scar lifts off Mufasa and Mufasa's
I mean, they
falling.
have to have that. Like, they can't not do
but like,
that.
Even like the part though where Nala pins Simba, and you're like, as a
they
kid,
had sex. They had lion sex. Yeah, everyone knows. Can you feel the love tonight? The look that Nala gave Simba, like that was lion sex. Like they were doing that. Yeah, for sure. Lions have sex.
There's
guys.
just so many like little things though where you're like, this needs to happen in the movie.
I hope so. I hope we get to see everything that was iconic in the film as well.
How are the hyenas? Like the hyenas need to be good.
I want them to actually get Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, I want them. I want her to voice the hyenas. I think it'll be cool, man. Jon Favreau is really a good filmmaker, and he's kind of played well with Disney and the Marvel universe and everything. So I actually kind of trust him to direct
We're gonna see
The Lion King. So it'll be good. But those are just a few of the Disney new news that we heard yesterday from D23. So we hope that those things come to fruition, and including Kingdom Hearts. Now that I know that that's a thing that's kind of believe it when you see it. I hope all that stuff kind of works out. But we're gonna get into our new music for this week. So this week was kind of a quiet week. Like you had your big ones, and then it was just kind of like little ones.
I pretty much just listened to like French Montana and singles. So like, and the Muramasa guy, I read about it and I was like, oh, this looks like something I need to check out. And then I just kind of like honestly completely forgot about it.
I listened to it.
How is it?
Decent.
Let's start with that one.
It's decent. So Muramasa, it's decent.
So he's an up and comer.
I can't say that it like blew me away or anything. And it's music that I would sit down and listen to and like think about stuff. It's not like super carefree, I would say. I think my favorite song was "What If I Go," featuring Bonsai. How
did you like his sound?
Listen to it
because the genre says electronic.
It's like I said, it's more. So you'll have your Calvin Harris's, your Kygos that are more carefree. You know,
Right,
they're more
right,
about
right.
the party. This is more of a tense sound. The Love Sick song with A$AP Rocky has been floating around there for like a year or so. That song's been out for a while, and I like that song. The song design is pretty good too. But it's just more of a tense electro. It's not like a wave your hands around and like freak out. It's not like that type of thing. But it's decent.
Cool.
It's decent. I would say it's worth a listen for sure.
Sweet.
But it's not my favorite album of the week. My favorite album of the week is actually WizKid.
Okay.
Brother.
See, I didn't get this.
Yesterday
brother.
morning. Yesterday
Oh,
morning, dude.
I forgot. Saturday morning.
Oh my goodness.
Was
my
it good?
barefoot sessions were amazing to this.
Oh my gosh, one for me. I bet that song is so good.
That song is fire.
It's side dollar side. I'm
WizKid,
looking
guys,
at the track list.
for those that don't know, he is an African singer songwriter, and he so it has Caribbean, African, Jamaican reggae vibes to it with a bop. You guys have probably heard "Come Closer" featuring Drake. A lot of people have done dance videos to that and stuff like that. It is so chill. This is so
good.
Windows down dance. If you don't like rhythm, by the way, you don't like to dance, this is not for you. If you were one of those people who like want to listen to like I just love Norah Jones so much, and that's all I listen to. This is not going to be for you. This is going to be too up-tempo for you. Norah Jones has a time and a place, but this has a time and a place as well. This
So you're
is my
saying
favorite of
the
this
guy
week.
from Guardians of the Galaxy, his wife, would not even tap her foot.
No, not.
She wouldn't even tap. The catchiest song could be playing. She wouldn't even tap her foot.
Even tap her foot. So he has a song called "African Bad Gal" with Chris Brown. That's fire.
Chris Brown, okay.
Fire.
He's so hit or miss now, I feel like.
He really is. But it was WizKid's song, and Chris just like added to it a little bit. You know, you don't hear Chris Brown until his part. I think the Chris Brown songs that have been failing lately that he's been featured on, like, it's just too much Chris Brown, and he tries to take it somewhere else. This is really solid. This is my favorite. This is my favorite album. I'm going back to it all the time. I've listened to this multiple times already this weekend. Probably the most commercial album that came out this week is French Montana. This is technically his only his like second or third album, and it seems like we've been sitting around with Fresh for a really long time.
We've known him for a while.
French is like
nothing is beating Mac and Cheese 3 though.
Mac and Cheese 3 is amazing.
Mac and Cheese 3 is
amazing. What's crazy about French is when his first album came out, commercially it did terrible.
Yeah.
It did absolutely terrible. And then pop that and everything, and he's huge. He's probably one of the most successful
non-successful
rappers out there.
It's, you know why?
It's insane.
Connections, and actually all rappers like French Montana.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Every single one. He never gets in any drama or beef with anyone. I know like him and Cameron and Jim Jones, like the old Dipset crew, have beef, and he used to have some friction with 50, but I even think that's like kind of to the side. But all like popping guys that are popping right now, they all go to French, man. He's able to kind of put people on a track in a DJ Khaled way, and his beats are usually fire. He does a lot with Harry Fraud, who's an amazing producer. This album is good. I still like WizKid more than this, but this is a good album. I think it's
better than his last one.
I think it's better than his last one too. Everyone knows Unforgettable. Sway Lee killed it.
Still the best song.
Still probably the best song on this. The next single is going to be A Lie featuring The Weeknd and Max B.
I don't like it that much.
You don't?
No.
See, I like it.
No.
I don't like it as much as I like Bring Them Things,
I think it's the chorus is weak. I don't think it's that great. I think it's Weeknd's one of his worst choruses.
You know what? I think The Weeknd's flow is super predictable now. Like, he has two things. He can either go like, or he goes like, and it's just like, it's just those two. Those are the only two lines that he can kind of like go in. And I'm ready for The Weeknd to kind of go to that next step. It's just the next move.
That's so good.
So I'm ready for The Weeknd to change things up. I still appreciate the Lie song. But the best beat on this album, you just played it a little while ago, Bring Them Things. That beat's so hard to me. I love it, love it, love it. Pharrell's on that song.
Migo Montana beat's good though.
It is good. It is good.
That beat's sick.
That song features Quavo.
I like that song actually a lot.
I wasn't really feeling the Future song. No Pressure. I wasn't really feeling that.
No,
Feel
I wasn't.
Forced.
I completely agree.
Blackout featuring Young Thug is okay. That was all right. I love
the first half though is way better.
The first half is fire. I love that Mark Bassi is starting to get looks.
Yes.
He's the dude we brought him up last week from 2 a.m. Club. He's starting to kind of bubble. I like where this is going.
He's been grinding honestly for a long time, believe it or not.
2 a.m. Club was what?
He's been
10, 15
freshman,
years ago?
sophomore year of high school for us.
Yeah. It was a while ago.
And he I know he's been pushing solo actually for a while now. Because I've been trying to follow him.
So the song, bro. So he has a song called Formula, which is like a reggae song featuring Alkaline. I love that song.
Right.
But the song that I think was so like weird for French that I actually love a lot is Famous.
I gotta listen back to it.
Famous
I don't know why
is
I can't
like
think of it.
It's almost like a Drake influence, but he's like kind of singing, and the whole thing is like, "I love you, girl, so I hope you don't become famous." Because like once a girl becomes famous in the industry, she's out.
That's a good topic.
It's just so I love that. For everything that doesn't have a feature on it, Famous is the best song in my opinion. Go back and listen to Famous. I like it a lot.
I thought his intro track was pretty decent too.
Intro track is hard, featuring Chinks. R.I.P. Chinks.
Trippin' was pretty good for a solo song, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, best French Montana. I mean,
Jump featuring Travis Scott. I want Travis Scott to be done doing features. Not because I don't think he's good, but he's running into that weekend thing where it sounds like tracks that were supposed to be on the last album, and he's just kind of like...
He's so high right now, like, and everybody wants to be a part of him, but he needs time to step away and, like, create his best work again.
Yeah, I want Travis
Which
to,
is
like,
what Sway Lee's been doing.
Yeah.
That's why I think Sway Lee's solo album is going to be crazy because his features have been there's not been, like, you can count them on one hand right now.
He's been really selective on what he does, and I think that that's what Travis Scott needs to stop doing because...
And his tour's done, so, like, take a break, dude. Like,
I want him to take a break, too. But, guys, the album is called Jungle Rules by French Montana, Coke Boy, all of that stuff.
She says you don't mess with Coke Boys. Listen to Mac and Cheese 3 if you haven't.
Mac and Cheese 3
Mac and Cheese 3, in my opinion, is what put French Montana in a lot of people's, like, vocabulary. I want to say mouths, and I was like,
And if you don't like, if don't listen to this thing, you're gonna get tons of bars from French himself. Like, he's not a bar guy. He's like, he floats around on the track. That's kind of what he does.
He's always done that.
I listened to Oh Wonder, right? And it was my first listen
to this.
It was my first listen. I had heard some stuff a couple years ago, but this thing is actually really good.
Fire. Dude, they're so good.
I had only listened to like a couple things, but this is really good. If you like alternative music, if you like like just chill music, this is it. Humans.
This is that study music, y'all.
It is 100% that study music. High on Humans is my favorite track personally. So if you guys haven't listened to Oh Wonder, their album is actually called Ultra Life. Go listen to this. Like I said,
and if you like this, go back to their old stuff.
I am not well versed in their old stuff. I had only heard like a couple songs from the old stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll try this. This makes me want to go back and listen.
There's one song, and I'm trying to remember the name because I can't think of it. I played it. It was like one of those songs you just keep on repeat. That's all you play. You just play that one song by them. Yeah, it was so good.
Did you listen to any other albums?
No. How's Coldplay's?
Coldplay was good. It's more of an EP. The songs that I had heard, the songs that are on there were kind of released as singles prior to, right. So like there wasn't like tons to recap. But it was decent.
But we reviewed them as Loosey Gooseys in our previous. We call Loosey Gooseys singles, by the way.
Terrace Martin, he put out a jazz influenced album.
Why does that name sound familiar?
He's a huge producer on Kendrick stuff.
That's
huge.
What it is.
He's a jazz guy. So whenever you hear stuff in the background of Kendrick or SZA, or like he works with TD a lot. He worked with Dr. Dre on Compton a lot. Okay. But he whenever he did pretty much he worked on a lot of To Pimp a Butterfly because To Pimp a Butterfly
that's
has
probably
like
where
a heavy
I started hearing the.
But this guy is known in Cali, and he put out a jazz influenced album called Sounds of Crenshaw Volume 1. and this is extremely chill, and I like it. I'm only halfway through though.
That's
I
good.
need to listen to it. But from what I heard, Intentions featuring Chachi is my favorite. But if you like jazz and if you like that influence, you like strings, then this is for you.
I'm telling you guys right now, and I don't care if you like music. Honestly, if people genuinely, and I do believe it, if people genuinely like music, jazz is a genre that will creep up on you that you will start to enjoy, and you didn't even know you would.
It's good. It's good. I think jazz is
Perfect
one of those,
background music.
Not
in
only is
any
it
situation.
perfect background music, but there's a form of jazz or there's a song in jazz that fits behind your life like a soundtrack, like a movie. You can have a thought and you can hear the stuff that like you walk up to the door and it's like a tense scene in a movie. Ding, 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 ding. Like it's just cool. Like you don't need words all the time. It's dope. So hot tracks. These are the loosey gooseys that were put out this week. I listened to first Selena Gomez Fetish. I think this is better than Bad Liar. What she put out a week
That's
or two
the one
ago.
I forgot about. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm like, thank goodness Malcolm's here. He's saving the podcast.
No. You were traveling. Bro.
Round of applause.
Shawty make ya clap. So she put out a record with Gucci Mane. I love that Gucci is almost like a new artist now. Like he's starting to get features as if he was a new artist. Also, Gucci, I guess, and I just read this. So Gucci was never able to travel abroad because he was always in jail and he could never leave the United States. He's finally able to like leave the United States and he's so happy. Like he was in Ireland and just so happy and like blessed to be in Ireland. I love
Dude,
Gucci.
jail is like, honestly, him being in jail for that long was the best thing that could have happened.
He
for
said
him.
it saved his life. Like that's what's crazy.
Health-wise, mindset-wise, everything. Like it was the best thing for him.
Sometimes God just wants to sit you down for a minute.
Amen.
Saying like you need to rest.
Seriously.
You need to chill out.
Yeah.
But Selena Gomez featured him on a song called Fetish. I think it's better for sure. I think it's better than Bad Liar that she put out.
Now, do you think The Weeknd had anything to do with the writing in this song? Does it feel like it had some influence?
I don't necessarily think so.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think so. Now, Demi Lovato.
How's
love
track?
this song.
Is it good?
Sorry Not Sorry is so good.
You got a little thing for Demi.
A little thing. A little thing. Yo, Demi, holla at your boy. It's at Malky Groves 1990. DM me, please. Demi is like next level, by the way. I love Demi. She has my heart. She has my soul right now. She's doing it for me. Demi Lovato, what's good? But she put out this single called Sorry Not Sorry. I like it. It feels good. A lot of times on her songs, she tries to like belt and out sing us to death.
Yeah.
And there's so many girls that try to do that. So I don't think anything sticks out. This is more vibey. This is more up tempo. This is another girl anthem. We had just talked about Kesha last week. This is like you break up with your boyfriend. I'm going to the club with my girls.
Okay.
I'm going to shut it down tonight.
So you start with Kesha.
You start with Kesha.
And then you go to Demi.
And then you go on Facebook and he's already in pictures with another girl. And then you go to the gym and get your breakup body.
Yeah.
Girls always get their breakup body or cut their hair.
So
when they get breakups. So that's what
we need
that's
to put
what they
together
do.
the string theory of breakup songs that the girls listen to. And it's like, because Kelly Clarkson's thrown in there.
Kelly
Since You've Been
Clarkson's in
Gone.
there.
That's a instant classic.
Irreplaceable by Beyonce. To the left is
Everything you own.
In a box to the left. It's
In the front door. That's
a bop, by the way. I love that
Please
song.
don't touch, don't stop. You talking that mess, that's fine. Because if you talk and walk at the same time, man. Yeah, dude.
It's so hard.
That's-
Neo with the
That's
writing.
when Beyonce was at her peak musically.
She was
in my
out of here.
opinion.
She was out of here.
That album was so good.
I agree with you. But yeah, Demi. Sorry Not
Young
Sorry.
Demi.
We do need to put one
That'd be
episode. We're gonna
funny.
put together a string of breakups.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. So Sorry Not Sorry is a track by Demi Lovato. Make sure you go listen to that.
Okay.
Also, Kesha, she put out another female empowerment song called Women. I think this album is gonna be all about the female empowerment. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to be her self-help album. That's what I see this as.
I think this album is like her medicine. And
Right,
it's getting
exactly.
her over whatever she went through.
How did I not listen to Summer Bummer? Playboy Cardi and ASAP?
Yeah. So Lana Del Rey,
dude, I missed so much.
she released 2 songs with ASAP, and one of them features Playboy Cardi. As we've talked about on this podcast before, Playboy Cardi is actually signed to ASAP, so they kind of hang around a lot together. But Lana Del Rey. So now I know I'm gonna get killed for this with most of the females
Overrated?
that I know. I think Lana Del Rey is a bit much. I think that her albums are hard for me to listen to, right? But I respect Lana. I think that she has talent, but I can't say I'm a Lana Del Rey fan.
You know why, though?
Why?
She got big because she's like a Tumblr girl.
Oh, is she? See, I don't know. I'm not in the...
No, like that Tumblr, like when I was like on Tumblr, like when Lana Del Rey was big, like she was like worshipped.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I can see that. I can see where people would love Lana Del Rey, but I just think she's okay. I'm not one of those people that freaks out. There are people that
She's better
freak
than Lorde
out. I kind of put them in the same basket. I'm not a big Lorde person either.
I love Lorde,
I love the Lorde.
but I don't like
I
Lorde.
don't know if Lorde is my cup of tea. So she put out Summer Bummer featuring ASAP Rocky and Playboy Cardi. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not anything
Young
to go
Playboy.
crazy about. Meek Mill put out Issues. His
I think his
album
new
Wins
album
and Losses is
I think
coming
it's
out.
gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be a problem.
I think it's actually gonna be really good. He took that break he needed.
I think Meek's back. I think Meek is gonna do something.
Yeah.
Issues is pretty good. Jack Johnson put out a single called My Mind Is For Sale. Anytime you have Jack Johnson, you're going to get that coffee music. You're going to get that chill music. I'm still John Mayer 110% over him, but I respect Jack Johnson. I like him.
Also, just back to Meek Mill, I think this is probably the hardest song that I listened to this week.
Yeah.
Also, he does Issues, and he talks about trust issues, and I'm like, Drake did that before you, right? So
Just go on his Instagram page and comment a bunch of owls.
yeah, exactly. No, I'm excited for him. I only got defensive when people were trying to say Meek Mills is better than Drake, and I was like, you're out of your mind. But I would listen to Meek Mills. Dream Chaser 3, that mixtape, excellent.
Dream Chasers 3, is that the one that House Party was on?
I don't remember.
Or was that 2?
I'm trying to think of track titles.
Whatever one that House Party was on. Welcome to my house party.
There's
That
some
one
good tracks.
that one was nuts. So shout out to Meek, man. He's back.
Yeah.
I guess he's back. I think a lot of the streets have been, if you like that hardcore music, a lot of streets are looking for him and are ready for him.
I
and
missed
stuff.
new Ty Dolla $ign too.
Yes, this song's great, by the way.
Oh my god!
I like the way that this feels. So
I did
I'll
listen
go
to
right
the
to
Tyler
that
song.
Ty Dolla $ign, Love You Better, featuring The Dream, Lil Wayne. The Dream's kind of bubbling out here again. You hear him in the background and stuff on 444. I wonder if he's getting ready for something.
Yeah.
But Love You Better, featuring Ty Dolla $ign. You guys have heard us multiple times talk about how we love Ty. So
You like Ty?
we hope that Ty is coming with that album here. I think it's called Beach 2. So
good.
the first Beach is good, by the way. So I'm looking for it.
Oops, sorry.
What else? Did you listen to anything specifically?
Tyler the Creator, Boredom. That's
Okay.
a good track. Probably one of his best songs
I
like
agree.
I've ever heard from Tyler.
I'm gonna
Frank
listen to this
Ocean's
album.
little thing. For those of you who don't know, a lot of people are talking about Tyler because they've looked up like leaked audio, and apparently there's a line in it saying something about his homosexuality. With Tyler though, I don't know if that's a thing or not. He is such a creator, Like you don't know if it's a story or like I'm not taking anything for granted yet. I'm taking it with a grain of salt because he's the kind of guy who, and I think actually he's a lot smarter than people think.
Oh, he's extremely smart.
Very gifted, very creative, and he's the kind of person I feel like who would put himself in the shoes of somebody who was like gay and write from their perspective. Like he's that kind of guy who would
Not
do
only
that.
not only is he that type of guy, but he has said things in the past that are extremely like homophobic, and then he said things in the past that are extremely like for saying that he's gay before. Like, this is not the first time. You just never know because he plays so many games.
He loves it.
He
trolls.
You just never know with Tyler. So I'm not even reading into it because it's just.
I'll always remember the line where he's like, "I knew Frank Ocean was gay when he ate Pop-Tarts without frosting."
I laughed so hard. He was like, "Yeah, I knew he was kind of weird because he ate." So yeah,
that
man,
deep voice of his.
No
like,
one knows.
No one. And yeah. So I'm going to be very interested in hearing this album. I'm not the biggest Tyler fan. I like his brand. I like what he does creativity. Like his like humor, I think is pretty funny. Sometimes it's a little too twisted, but his music is the only thing where I don't rock with as much because it's like that XXXTentacion territory for me before XXXTentacion. But he's smart. He knew shock value would get, noticed. That's what Eminem did.
And I kind of had to like check myself because I used to hate Tyler Creator, by the way. I was not a Tyler Creator guy. I thought Earl could rap.
Yeah.
If we're talking about
Earl
Odd Future,
can spit.
I thought Earl Sweatshirt could rap. I thought
Frank
was great, and then the
Haji
other
Beats.
dude, Haji Beats, and then I'm talking about like the dude. There's another guy within. And I'm talking about before Sid the Kid was there, but there's another guy that was cool, but he rapped about like Antichrist type stuff, and I was like, you can spit, man, but I'm not really feeling you. He's not even in Odd Future anymore. And then Sid the Kid left too, and she's with the internet. But now I went back and like listening to the Eminem content that I was into when I was a kid.
Dude, it's
I was
wild.
like,
It's twisted.
I really can't, because a lot of my reasonings for hating on Tyler was because of the content was like too left.
Yeah.
And then after I listened to the Eminem stuff, I was like, I can't really hate on Tyler.
Dude,
like,
it's twisted.
Eminem kind of did a lot of this. So,
yeah, he did.
So that's allowed me to open my mind towards Tyler the Creator a little bit more. And I'm going to listen to it for sure.
I think that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah. Check out Luke Christopher, though. He put out another single called Lost. I'm telling you, whatever he has coming is hard.
Okay, I can't wait.
It's hard.
Can't wait. So if we missed anything, guys, let us know through Twitter, Instagram. Hit us up on your YouTube comments. If there's something you want us to review that we missed next week, let us know. We're open to it.
I agree. And since we're talking about music, we'll keep it on that topic right now and talk about Kobe, our boy Kobe on Twitter. He wrote in and gave us a question. Do you know the exact question he asked?
Yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, the gist of it was, do we believe Migos is going to be sticking around? Or do we believe right now they're just really hot and they're gonna fade away? That was the gist of his question, and he reached out to us on Twitter. You guys can do the same thing. So shout out to Kobe. What is Death X Wish 20?
I think something like that. Something like that.
Sorry if I butchered it.
Shout out to Kobe, man. Thank you for your question. Obviously, Daps_pounds, how you can get in contact with us, like Doby just said. And I'll say that I think if you look at where they came from. When Versace came out,
yes,
everyone
they're here
thought
to stay,
that they were
for clarity.
Yeah. Like Versace came out and people just thought, And then Drake went and put the Drake treatment on it, and people were like, oh yeah, they're now that the Drake version's so popular, they're not going to hear from the Migos anymore.
Right.
Then they came right back with Fight Night. Fight Night was huge. Then they came back. Then they would always like leave and then come back. They left and came back with Look at My Dab. That was huge. They left, came back with Pipe It Up.
Pipe It Up.
That was huge. Then we didn't see them anymore. And then they got on a lot of features. Quavo started really heating up feature-wise. And then that brings us all the way to the Culture album, which is just huge.
No, Bad and Bougie was released.
Well, yeah, Bad and Bougie is on the Culture album. I'm just saying, like,
but
overall,
remember,
we have this crazy buzz now.
But what I think was interesting, I 100% do not believe Bad and Bougie was meant to be put on Culture.
This is like a SoundCloud.
It was a SoundCloud single release. Yeah. And then it was one of those songs that me and you both said it. We were like, have you heard that Bad and... Like, it was kind of like weeks later, and we're like, yo, have you heard of that Bad and Bougie song?
It came like at a weird time because Uzi had the juice out here. Like, Uzi was like really, really
Still
buzzing.
does.
So saying Uzi is on a track with the Migos, that's what brought a lot of people to it. But I don't know if you guys have been to a club and Bad and Bougie comes on.
Oh,
a lot of times they cut it off before Uzi's part even gets there. Like, the song is not known for Uzi.
Yes, I did.
But when it came out, people thought that it was going to be known for Uzi.
Yeah.
But the record took a life of its own. and the Culture album dropped, and the Culture album's amazing. Still one of my favorite albums that came out in 2017. Culture
agreed.
is so good.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good. Slippery just went platinum. How many songs are gonna go platinum off of that
it's
album?
so good.
It's nuts. It's nuts. So shout out to the Migos. Kobe, I do think that the Migos are gonna be here to stay. I think we're gonna be talking about them for a while.
And let's look it up, fact check real quick. Their first single was Hannah Montana. When was that released? Just because some people don't realize Migos have been doing this for a very long time. Their dreads were very short.
Their dreads are super short on their old mixtapes. So 2013 was Hannah Montana.
See, I don't even believe it was that. Was it?
Now I'm gonna look up Versace.
See, that says 2013 too. That might have been the end of the year. But that's on Vivo. Let's look up the wiki though. Because Vivo sometimes releases the music videos later.
So 2013
it was.
for Versace. And if I look up Migos, Hannah Montana.
Because wasn't that their first big one? Or was it Jumping Out the Gym?
I heard Versace first.
See, I heard of Hannah Montana and Jumping Out the Gym. What was their first big hit?
2013 too.
What
so it's off of the same thing.
Look up Migos. Just look up Migos then, and then because they'll show their first song. It might have actually been "Jumping Out the Gym." I read on. I saw it on World Star. Jumping out the gym. Jumping out the gym. Maybe it was all 2013.
Can I get a releases? Discography.
No, nothing. No. What does it say there? Formation release, full length project. Okay, so it was the end. It was they released their first project in 2012, but 2013 is when they got big. So I might have heard it in 2012. That might have been one of the songs from their first project.
Okay.
Anyways, they've been grinding in Atlanta for a long time. 5 years in the music industry is a good amount of time.
You're a vet.
So, Migos are going to be here to stay. Now, let's talk about who else is going to be here to stay. XXL freshman list. We're talking about the freshman list. Was it last week?
Yes.
So now, guys, go to XXL's freshman ciphers. This is always the thing that people get excited about most. 1, the list itself. 2, the ciphers. The freestyles are pretty much always garbage. Don't even worry about them. But the ciphers are always a popular topic. So they released in 3 different categories. Not categories, 3 different groups, I should say. First one that came out was Kyle, A Boogie with the Hoodie, and Amine. Second one that came out was Playboy Cardi, XXXTentacion, Ugly God, and Made in
Tokyo.
Why did they shorten his name?
He just shortens like that, but it's Made in Tokyo.
Made in Tokyo, whatever. And then the next one is PNB Rock, Cap G, and Kamaya. All right, so we just watched this again right before we started recording to let you kind of know our thoughts on it. Who was your favorite? Mine personally was Kyle. I think it's no questions. He had the best flow switches, the best flows overall, and the best lyricism if we're really breaking everything down.
I think Kyle did the best job, and I would say Amine came in with second. Then I think it's PNB Rock, and then I think everyone else kind of fell into a similar. I think A Boogie with the Hoodie did well too. The best one is the Kyle, A Boogie with the Hoodie, and Amine.
Yeah.
As far as bars, if you like bars, it's the best one.
XXXTentacion, he releases Inner Demons for everybody. He's becoming like, he's just doing the most. Like So in the cypher, watch it because he basically told Sunny Digital, who's featured the beats in all 3 of these ciphers. He pretty much just told him to stop the music and he's gonna do it a cappella, and it's just so.
Acapulco.
Just he's doing the most.
Yeah, he's too much. But take your time and go to XXL on YouTube and look at these ciphers. I think that it's always good to know the ability or somewhat of people that you haven't listened to beforehand for these freshman lists. That's part of the reason why they do it, is to get the knowledge out there. So go listen to it. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Let us know who you think has the best cipher.
And also I can freestyle better than Ugly God and Made in Tokyo.
Yeah, Made in Tokyo is just not good at all. Made in Tokyo is really bad, actually.
Yeah, no, they're bad.
One of the worst ciphers ever.
So check it out. Let us know what your thoughts. Hit us up again on that Twitter, on that Insta.
Also, I'll be interested in checking out Everyday Struggle on Complex News tomorrow on YouTube because they're gonna go through the Chance the Rapper and Justice League issue. Have you heard about this at all?
No.
So Justice League, for those who don't know,
The
they
producers?
are producers. Yes, they produce some of
They're big.
some of the early big Rick Ross hits. They produced. They were huge in that Miami movement that went on. They were huge in like the T-Pain early career, stuff like that. So they produced No Problem, I guess, which is off of Chance's album that he put out / mixtape.
Okay.
That he put out, coloring book, and they are pretty much saying that they didn't get paid from it. I guess from Chance's point of view, he's saying that he paid a producer that was on Justice League but left because he had a bad deal. And Chance is saying, like, I paid him. Justice League's calling Chance a fraud now. They're after him. They're on his neck right now. Chance pretty much told him to pull up because I'm letting my lawyers handle it, but if you really want to do something about it, come see me. It's getting kind of weird. It's because they're pretty much calling Chance a fraud, and that guy who says he helps people all the time and is like the people's champ is really a liar, and he didn't pay them. Man, producers out there, if you screw over a producer, they get hype. And I do think you got to respect the producer a lot, though.
Yeah. Even Sunny Digital, he released a video talking about that. No, that seems like something Chance would do.
Yeah.
You pay the guy who leaves,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the other guys, they don't like him anyways.
I guess Chance is going from the point of view of like, this is the person who really made the beat, so I'm going to pay him. You know what I mean? But the details are scattered over there. No one knows what the truth is. So I'm going to be looking into tuning into Everyday Struggle to hear them break down the situation more. So maybe we can talk about it on next episode more in depth. But
also,
we'll see where this goes.
I mean, why not break someone's character down? Everybody tries to do it. Look at Tim Tebow. Like, any little thing the guy did, like, they took a chance to, like, just kill his character. That's how media's always been. You take somebody who seems to be truly good in nature. Of course, we are all flawed human beings. We all sin. But when you see somebody that just seems so good, it bothers some people. It does. There's just some people that stuff gets to them, and honestly, I just feel like it's a whole. To me, the way the Justice League is sounding, I just think it sounds to me, and I don't know all the facts. However, I'm just giving my opinion. We're speculating. They're in a bad position. Like, they're just not gelling well because you look at the situation right now.
Well, they sound salty also because it's like, this is a hit. You know what I mean? Like, this is a major hit. Would they be coming at like this if No Problem wouldn't have popped?
Right. No.
You know what I mean? So,
but again, like, Justice League member leaves. Okay, so there's issues going on in the group. Oh, well, we didn't get paid. Mm-hmm. Now you're like trying to bash somebody. You know, like, they're in a mindset right now. I don't think they're gelling well. I don't think they're in a good place. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on with that. Keeping it on to music news. Swiss Beats, formerly on Instagram, all this stuff is on Instagram. He formerly on his Instagram page challenged Timbaland to a beat battle off of beats that they have produced for artists in the past. Now, we've seen Swiss Beats go against
Blaze.
Just Blaze. That was maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And it was like a really cool thing. They put it on Instagram Live. It was like an epic thing. People have talked about it like to death. And now Swiss Beats has challenged Timbaland. Let me tell you something.
Dude. Timbaland.
Now that I see what Swiss has done, he won that off of his showmanship because he was hype and he was bouncing around. Timbaland's that crazy too. Timbaland's going to be dancing and jumping around too. When Timbaland puts on stuff like Big Pimpin', when Timbaland puts on stuff like...
Timbaland's got him. That's why they said...
Can I get a... And like...
Pharrell is the only individual who can stack up against Timbaland.
I agree. Timbaland... I think Tim's going to...
Tim's going to get it.
Swiss. Kill Swiss.
I'm hoping, though.
Swiss, bro.
I'm hoping for unreleased beats.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. I'm hoping for unreleased too. I think for showmanship wise, I think that the released ones work more because you have the crowd going like, oh, I remember this. This puts me back in this like mode. Dude, I think Swiss is amazing.
Think about it. All the JT tracks, all the older stuff. F of me, you know I got it. Like,
Timbaland has Aaliyah, old Aaliyah stuff, old Genuine. Like, they were all signed to Tim. Genuine, Missy, and Aaliyah were all signed to Tim. Like, he has all that stuff. He has Jay-Z stuff.
You can't touch Timbaland.
Dude, Timbaland's so good. You guys don't realize? Nelly Furtado beats.
Timbaland is that kind of producer where if you only worked exclusively with him, he could resurrect your career.
I agree.
Like, I think...
100%.
Think about this. I think it would be a good match. Timbaland and Chris Brown.
I think so, too.
That'd be crazy good.
Kind of switching modes, but keeping it on the same mode, you need to watch the Defiant ones. It's 4 hours. All right, they broke it down into.
I watched the clip of the Eminem one.
Okay, so that story is crazy, and there's 4 episodes. It's 4 hours. I banged it out this Friday, or this past.
Where
Thursday.
can users or listeners watch it?
HBO Go, if you have HBO Go, or if you're subscribed to HBO. Or you can probably look it up and bootleg it and find like a dummy site or something like that. But I watched it. It's amazing. The way that they were able to put strings to Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine and kind of see how their paths crossed. And Jimmy Iovine started out as a producer, and then he was like, man, I can't do this anymore. So he started producing producers. That's how he found Dr. Dre. Instead of going to this other place, I'm gonna go here, right? Started Interscope Records, and he signed Dr. Dre. The Chronic comes out, goes insane, right? And he is the guy who puts great producers with great artists. And that's the difference in a producer saying, oh, you're a great artist, work with me. He's like, no, this guy has the ear for what you're doing. So it was his idea to put Pharrell with Gwen Stefani. We see how that blew up. It was his idea to put Fergie in Black Eyed Peas. We see how that worked out. His idea to bring Eminem to Dre. So, I mean, it's amazing what Jimmy has been able to do. They break down the Beats Apple deal. They break down everything like that.
That's cool.
It goes really in depth with Dr. Dre's personal life. It's the Defiant Ones is the best music documentary I have ever seen. The way that they do it is amazing.
I'll have to watch that.
Great stuff.
Now, how was the Marilyn Manson one? Because you watched them all, and I do not like him at all.
There's not a full episode dedicated just to him. They interweave that into like.
So it's just one big thing.
It's one big thing, yeah. So everything is kind of weaved in together, but they put Marilyn Manson against what a lot of like the hardcore rap was doing, and pretty much painting a picture as Jimmy wanted to just go. He didn't care that people were gonna protest and say this is wrong. He cared about the free speech of the artist and just go. So you'll see Marilyn Manson clips intermingled with Eminem clips and the crazy stuff he was saying.
I can see that. That makes sense.
But they don't
shock value. That's what
shock
it is.
Value. They don't spend tons of time on Marilyn.
I don't. He creeps me out.
There's a lot going on with Marilyn.
No, that guy genuinely creeps me out.
He's a different guy.
Moving on.
Moving on, though. Switching it off of music. Lonzo Ballin.
Oh, man.
Lonzo Ballin.
However, not the first night.
First night was bad.
First night, my boy Sindarius was the star of the show.
He was balling. But first game of a summer league game.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Don't take away from my boy Thornwell.
Okay, Thornwell did really good in his first summer league game.
Thank you.
He did amazing in his
Did you see my tweet? Over 300 retweets.
There you go.
You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yeah.
Were they all South Carolina Gamecock fans?
No, of course. Who else is going to do it? Or it's either South Carolina Gamecock fans or Lonzo Ball haters. That's the one. There's only two kinds of people in the world.
How's he been doing the rest of this summer league so far?
He didn't play last game. They took him out, but I think he's going to be... Honestly, I think he's either going to be a sixth man or he's going to be a starter.
Wow, you think he's going to start?
Nah, actually, no, I take that back.
Okay.
They had good trades. I forgot Clippers got the good people in Houston. However, I think what's the defensive guy from Houston?
Patrick Beverly.
I think Patrick Beverly is really, really liking what Sindarius is doing.
I think it'd be good for him to learn from him and like...
Because he's a defensive-minded player.
Yeah.
I think they play it the same, honestly. They're very similar. I think Sindarius is going to have a future in the NBA. I really do. Good for Lonzo, though. He's been balling out. 2 triple-doubles.
Triple-dubs.
Dude.
His passing is on point. I'm not going to lie. His passing is like...
Good for him, man.
It'll go right by the defender's hands. The shoe controversy is funny.
It makes sense what he's doing, though.
Oh, it's a stretch. If people think he's just doing this just to do it, no.
They're saying which one of you guys are going to partnership with
100%.
It's smart.
And you can't tell me that this isn't all LeVar planning this.
Ball is a smart businessman.
He's great. He's great, man. You can't hate on the Triple Bs, man. I'm done hating. I'm done. I hated it. First podcast we talked about it. I was like, stop it, LeVar. I'm on Triple Bs. Give me a shirt. Triple Bs. I'm not paying $250 for slides. I'm not doing that. I'm not buying the shoes. But shout out to LeVar because they are etching in stone what they want right now. He's definitely going to start, obviously. I think Lonzo is playing really well right now. I think he's meshing well with the Summer League players. I watch highlights of all of the games, and I think he's good. That Buck squad is going to be good of the young guys. They got that King squad's going to be good of the young players.
Dude,
they got
Kings
that
are going to be fun to watch.
Tatum for the Celtics.
Dude, he's going
to be a problem.
Okay.
He's going to be a problem.
Everybody was like, why wouldn't you pick, like, Jimmy Butler? And now watching Tatum play, you're like,
and I can't remember.
He doesn't play like a rookie.
No, and I can't remember the guys if he's on the Dallas Mavericks or not. Dennis Smith Jr.
He was the steal of the. I think he might be the steal.
That's who the Knicks should have picked. That's like he was right there. And then you remember he was just chilling in the Bulls. I was like, Bulls, like, what are you?
Bulls. Oh my gosh, dude, they're working on being the worst team in the East. That's what they're doing.
It's crazy, Bulls. Crazy. I'll still probably go to a game this year. I hope. I don't care.
D Wade is gone.
Ride it out.
He is gone after this year. He's donezo.
I think he may try to leave before the year's up. To be quite honest with you, I think he may try to ask for a trade before the year's up.
It's bad.
But yeah, so that's just us keeping tab on sports just a little bit. But now, guys, it is time as always for our top five. We are going to break down our top 5 favorite YouTube channels. By the way, everyone's favorite YouTube channel should be the Daps and Pound Show. Make sure you check us out there on YouTube. We're there. Leave us a like, give us a subscribe, leave a comment. All these stuff help our rankings. So we're on YouTube. But being that we're on YouTube individually a lot, some of these are going to blend. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some of the same ones.
Yeah.
But then we're going to have some different ones too because we're 2 different people. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're only going to have one that's the same.
Okay. So we may only have one the same.
So we should start out with that one.
Okay. So Complex.
Yep.
Complex. We both love Complex. If it's First We Feast, if it's Complex News that
Complex
gives us
Life.
our Everyday Strug. All of that different stuff.
Yeah, they're killing
Complex interviews. Sneaker shopping. It's not called Hot or Not or Hot or Drop. It's like what they do for like fake versus real, whatever. Yeah. So that's dope. So yeah, Complex.
Complex is killing it. Check them out if you guys haven't. They have a lot of, for hip hop culture, like they're killing the scene. Again, just to reiterate the shows that they have. First We Feast. It's called Hot Ones. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Great show. They do hot wing challenges and then they interview them while they
just
eat
stepped
spicy
up the
hot
sauces,
wings.
by the way.
Good. I can't wait.
They just stepped it
Yeah,
up.
Sean Evans. Shout out to Sean Evans. Might be one of the best interviewers out there right now. Love him. And then sneaker shopping every Monday. And then Everyday Struggle. Complex Life. Like they're just killing these like little daily shows. Not daily shows, but just like weekly shows. And they're just using YouTube. And it shows that there might be a future in this because these are kind of quality shows that honestly could be featured on a cable channel if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But they're killing it. And so, yeah, Complex. What's your next one?
My next one is Round 2. Round 2, the show is all about
I totally forgot about Round 2.
It's all about like a sneaker resale company that started out in Virginia and they kind of moved to Hollywood and they have 2 places. They're opening up a New York store now. It's all about sneaker resale, streetwear resale, lifestyle brand resale, that thrift culture. And every few weeks they put out, the season finale just happened, so it's going to be a minute, but every few weeks they put out an episode and these are episodes can be like an hour and a half. I will just get lost in whatever I'm doing and just watch this. It's so interesting to see how people come up on deals and sales. And I love sneakers and I love the culture, so I get super wrapped up into it. So Round 2, the show, I'm super locked in, and it's just a great show. Like it.
You heard it here. Round 2 is dope. Go check it out. I totally forgot about that. Even Mary likes it. And we need to catch up on it. We're still not done.
It's so good.
Next up for me is going to be Casey Neistat. He is a popular daily vlogger. He used to do daily vlogs. Now he doesn't as much anymore. But he's an inspiration just because he just does it. He just films it. Now, of course, his life is 100 times more interesting than a lot of us, just because he has that freedom to do whatever. But it's very interesting, and I like it because he did movies and he did. He's worked with video production, so his stuff is well put together, I think. And so that's always just. I like his stuff. I like to see what he does. Okay, he's interesting.
Okay. I will say that my next one is Life According to Jimmy Tatro. I still watch it. A lot of people have fallen off the wagon. It's so funny still. The balcony conversations reminds me of something me and you would do. It's still so funny. His skits are still funny. Jimmy Tatro is hilarious. I got into him because he used to make fun of frat culture. So when I was in a fraternity, I guess I still am. But when I was actively in the fraternity, we would, before each, probably shouldn't discuss this, but before each time we would vote on new members, we would watch this one specific frat episode.
I think I know
of Life According to Jimmy, and the globe spins by itself, and it's just talking about, like, they were making fun of it, but it's amazing how true to life it is. It's so funny. He has other skits that are just really funny, like 7th grade sleepovers and stuff like that.
I remember that one.
Jimmy Tatro, man, he's moved on to acting, so he doesn't do like daily YouTube videos or weekly like he used to. But I still, when I get the notification on my phone, watch the Life According to Jimmy channel.
Nice. Next one up for me, my personal, I'll leave actually that one for last. IGN, just my video game. I mean, they're a channel that has reviews, upcoming news, things about all sorts of culture, but of course I really pay attention to it because of video games. And so that's just one of my go-to channels to figure out what's going on in games, what's the news, what are the rumors. So definitely IGN. That's one that I'm always on.
Okay. I would say mine would be The Breakfast Club. I love the interviews. This past week, they just had an interview with 2 Chainz. It's really, really good.
2 Chainz is always good.
So, yeah, The Breakfast Club. I like listening to DJ Envy and Charlamagne a lot. So, I would say them. It's a great YouTube channel. And I'm glad that, like, even though they're a radio show, they put their interviews online. So
oh yeah, it's huge. That's been the best thing for them, actually.
Yeah, that's their lifeblood, is the interviews on YouTube.
Yep. Next up is Kinda Funny. Kinda Funny. I got into their podcast. They have all sorts of different things that they put up, reviews, let's plays, their daily shows. They're just big inspirations for me. I mean, they're crazy, but I love watching them. I think they're hilarious. I miss my boy Colin Moriarty, but he's in politics. He's loving life. Other than that, man, Kinda Funny. I think out of all that I've spent, out of all of these YouTube channels I've mentioned, definitely Kinda Funny is the number one that I've. What's the word? There's a word that says like you take in.
Consumed?
Yes.
Yeah. My last one is going to be Noisy. Noisy, kind of like Complex, has like a bunch of little mini sectors out for it. But they will have a documentary about music that is amazing, and not just rap music. Noisy's kind of an all-encompassing thing. There's actually a Noisy TV channel that you can subscribe to. But Noisy's documentaries, they'll talk about, I watched a really cool one the other day about the NYPD and getting into police life. Noisy's one of those things that when I watch a documentary, I feel like the same when I listen to like a TED Talk. Like I feel like I'm learning about something outside of my bubble. We all have our bubbles, and Noisy kind of allows you to break out of it. So it's really cool to gain that kind of information. So I'd say Noisy.
Nice. Yeah. Last but not least, Steven Suptic. For those of you who are Rooster Teeth fans, he has now joined the Rooster Teeth family. I'm telling you, Steven Suptic is the best comedy channel on YouTube. It is this gem that I've held close to my heart because I think they are absolutely hilarious. And it's like all improv stuff. It reminds me of stuff like Ryan and Tanner, my old roommates. Like, I was thinking, this is what we should have done. This fake documentary, mockumentary, over-the-top characters that they portray, and Mary hates it. She's like, I don't think they're funny at all. And I'm just over here just dying. It's so dumb, but I absolutely love it.
That's what's up. It's not my cup of tea.
The Magnum guy.
But I know. I'm the type of guy who will watch that stuff and like find like 2 things are funny, but you'll find like a million things that are funny. But it's not. I couldn't do it all the time. But there's like, some funny stuff.
Just like last night, like I watched what they have this fake cameraman. His name is Alfredo, and he's like, they switch between them, so it's like 2 different people, but they make this weird voice. And like, so they showed like bloopers of this one scene where he just has to insult their video editor. Her name's Autumn. And he said she got trout fingers, and I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Trout fingers? Like, who thinks?
See, but that humor is you. That's your humor, though. That's the humor that you really, really respond to.
Trout fingers? Like, who thinks of that?
Gosh.
Trout fingers. That's not even a thing, but it's like a thing.
That's
okay.
what's up, though.
That's, oh my gosh.
Guys, that's our top 5. Do we want to touch on Conor McGregor and Mayweather, or you want to wait till next week? We can wait till next week.
Yeah, let's just wait.
All right. So, guys, right now we're going to go into our 101 conversation starters for couples.
Which of the following rides would be your first choice? 1, a gondola in Venice. 2, a cab in London. 3, a Ferrari on the Autobahn. 4, a hot air balloon in Switzerland. 5, an airboat in the Everglades. 6, a raft down the Colorado River. Or 7, a carriage in Paris.
Ooh.
Do you need to read them again? A gondola in Venice. No. A cab in London. Sounds terrible. A Ferrari on the Autobahn. Perhaps for me. Hot air balloon in Switzerland. I actually think that would be pretty dope as well. Airboat in the Everglades. No. If I'm choosing one of these, raft on Colorado River. No. I think I'm doing a hot air balloon in Switzerland.
I'm gondola in Venice.
You're gondola?
Yeah.
I like gondolas.
Dude, have the guy playing the violin joint behind you, and you're just like chilling with
Demi Lovato?
With Demi Lovato and like a really sweet red wine. I don't know any more.
Can wine be sweet?
Yeah, I don't know any more about wine to make it more specific than that.
Yeah. You do this,
I
right?
smell it.
Yeah,
too,
you
right?
gotta.
I waft.
That's what you do, right?
You jiggle it between your fingers. Hey yo,
and
you just waft it. And you just waft it, and then you sip slow. And the dude's playing the violin behind me, and Demi Lovato's holding my hand, and I'm like chilling. I'm like, yeah, so we're in Venice right now, on a gondola, eating gondolas. Yeah, I think she'd go for it.
Probably. Hot air balloon in Switzerland, because Switzerland's a pretty place. You get a lot of cool imagery. And also you can be like, yo, I was on a hot air balloon.
That's true. That's true.
Cut the cord, ladies and gentlemen. Throw it in the bag, because episode 24 is in the bag. Ooh. Just throw it in the bag. Episode 24, throw it in the bag. Throw it in the bag. Shout out to Fab and The Dream.
Episode 24.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. You know where to find us, Daps_pounds, Instagram and Twitter. Let us know some questions that you have for us on next week, episode 25. I heard we might be freestyling.
That's a rumor. I heard that's been going around. I don't know.
For episode 25?
I'll have to confirm whether or not there's going to be freestyle raps on.
What?
We'll see. Guys, as always, my name is Malky. As always, to my right, we have
Doby.
We represent 2 mics,
2 friends,
and 1 show, the Daps and Pound Show. Shout out to the shout out gang, gang, gang.